Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Best of 3 here in Arena Underground. And this week we are playing Bant Ramp in 2020 Theros Beyond Death Standard. So just a reminder, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to click that like and subscribe button below the screen. That's a way to support the channel for free. Anyway, let's go to the deck tech. Alright guys, so we are playing something really cool. This is Bant Ramp. This is a deck that was played, I think, in Mythic Championship 6. It was very popular. Anyway, this is a whole new version with the new cards from Theros Beyond Death. And I'll explain. But yeah, this deck is very cool. So basically, we are playing the Bant colors, you know, blue, white, and green. And then we have our Teferi Time Raveler, of course. We have 3 copies of Deputy of Detention. And then we have a couple of cool things. Obviously, we have Growth Spiral as our way to ramp pretty quickly here. You can maybe replace this for other cards. A lot of people are playing the Willow, I think. Wolves, Willow, a new card from Theros Beyond Death, that enchantment, etc. But anyway, we like our Growth Spiral, still a really good card. Then we have Paradise Druid, of course, our hexproof ramp creature. And then we have a couple of cool things here. We have 3 copies of Voracious Hydra, which is a way to defend yourselves against some of the aggro decks in the early game, but also a pretty good big creature once you get to the late game and you have a ton of mana available. 4 copies of Hydroid Krasis. Who doesn't love Hydroid Krasis? If you're playing green and blue, you should be playing Hydroid Krasis. Then we have 3 copies of Questing Beast. Again, this is another great card, right, that we all love, and it's especially good against decks with lots of Planeswalkers. It's a way to just get in there, have a hasty creature to get rid of a Teferi and such. And then we go to the late game. Obviously, we're playing Nissa, we're doing Bant Ramp, we're ramping, and what do we want to ramp into? We want to ramp into Nissa to then be able to play things like Hydroid Krasis with our Nissa and all the mana that she produces from our lands. Anyway, then from Theros Beyond Death, the cool things we're playing 2 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death. She's a great enchantment. We get to ramp into it pretty quickly. The second option from the enchantment, you know, kind of protection against removal because your opponent has to pay 2 more. And then the third, it's also great. It's a way to get back things like Questing Beast. You can get back at Teferi, a Deputy of Detention, and especially Dream Trawler. You get to have protection. If your opponent has maybe a board wipe and gets rid of your Dream Trawler, you can get it back with your Elspeth Conquers Death. This card is really good. But yeah, we have 2 copies of Dream Trawler. We're trying to ramp into Nissa and then Dream Trawler, or, you know, one or the other. But, you know, getting Dream Trawler on the battlefield is pretty much a win. Then we also have a copy of Tolsimir in the main deck. Tolsimir is just great, gives you a little bit of life gain if you need that. Also able to kill some aggro creatures with the wolf, you know, coming down and just fighting a creature at that point. We have another copy of Tolsimir in our sideboard. Again, like I said, ramping into Tolsimir in aggro matches, it's pretty good. We have 3 copies of Time Wipe as well. We want some protection, especially when we are on the draw. I think a lot of times with the aggro matches, you want to have your board wipes. Another copy of Elspeth Conquers Death. Again, you want to protect. It protects your Nissa, it protects your Tolsimir, protects your Dream Trawler. Just pretty much, you know, you get to return to the battlefield one of these good cards that you have in your deck. Then we have 4 copies of Knight of Autumn. I think Knight of Autumn, it's a creature to be played in any deck that's playing white and green. Reason being is because you get to destroy target artifact or enchantment, specifically the enchantment part, which is something that's been going around for a while. You also have a little bit of life gain against mono red and things like that. And then it's also a big creature, right? You can put 1/1 counters. It's just a pretty good card overall. I have 4 copies of Mystical Dispute. This is more against control. Sometimes against the mirror matches, you want to bring in the Mystical Disputes to counter an early Teferi or to counter a Nissa from coming down and then playing your Nissa next turn. So yeah, it's pretty good. And Devout Decree is just great against Ragdos Knights, against mono red, you know, things like that. You get to exile. Exiling effects are pretty important, I think, in this meta, because there's a lot of creatures with effects after they die, like Anox in the mono red deck, which leaves all those tokens. And yeah, there's a lot of other stuff. People are still playing Chandra, but you want to have something to get rid of Chandra if it comes down, etc. Well, that's the deck tech, guys. We're playing, let me see, I think it's 26 lands. Yeah, I think that's a good number, 26. You want to be playing either 24, 26 lands. I wouldn't go more than that unless it's something like a Golos type deck, and I wouldn't go less. This deck really needs all their lands to be able to ramp, so 26 is the proper number. Anyway, guys, we have 2 really good games here, I believe, so we hope you enjoy. And we'll see you tomorrow for Meta Tuesday. In the meantime, enjoy the games. Alright guys, we are playing Bant Ramp in best of 3 standard. We will play first and we'll keep this. It's a bit land heavy, but we do have a Scry and we have a little bit of ramp here with our Paradise Druid, so we might be able to get to Nissa on time. We'll keep a second Paradise Druid. Gilded Goose. Alright, our opponent's ramping as well. Alright, we'll shuck ourselves to play the Druid. Pass the turn. Opponent's playing maybe Golgari or John Food. Another Nissa is not bad. Play another Druid ourselves. We'll attack our opponent here. These 2 damage could be important in the future. And now that we have 2 druids, we don't really mind if they kill one of them. Alright, so far still Golgari. We haven't seen... Okay, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool opponent. We like what you're doing there. Go ahead and play Nissa now. Pass the turn, protect Nissa with our Paradise Druid and our Temple of Mystery, maybe. Could be a thing. Let's see how our opponent has to go here. They do not have another black source, which is good. That means they don't have mana for a Murderer's Rider, but they do have that, which will unfortunately kill Nissa with the trample. Question is, I think we let this go. We play another Nissa afterwards. Should be fine. Yeah, I don't think losing our creatures here is the way to go. Alright, I do like the Questing Beast. Questing Beast is pretty appealing here. Means we'll have more protection for Nissa next turn. And we get to make a bunch of damage to our opponent here. Alright, Trash is pretty interesting card here. Thankfully, Nissa gets to be a 6/6 on turn when it comes down, right? Meaning 6 loyalty, which protects her again against Trash, sort of. Alright guys, we're going in with everything here. No reason to stay back. Alright, opponent creates a food. Sure. Alright, let's see what they got now. Play a Wicked Wolf and battle our Questing Beast or our land. Alright, so this is John Food with Pelucranos. Okay. Very cool. Very cool opponent. Alright, so we'll play Nissa. Bring up a breeding pool, pass the turn. Alright, I guess we'll pass. See if Krasis is able to take over the game here. I haven't really battled against Krasis, but seems like it sort of have protection against Questing Beast with the whole counter situation. Guess I could fight one of our lands, get it out of the way and attack. But it'll have to take some counters, right? Okay. I see, our opponent, sure. All right. Well, we have two grasses. Okay. Alright, well this is a 9/9 Krasis. Let's see how our opponent deals with this. And let's go to the next game. Yeah, that pretty much does is when you see a Krasis that's above 8 and above, pretty much done, right? Alright, so they have some green creatures, and they also have Krasis. Interesting. I guess we bring in the Devout the Creator and see a lot of black creatures, but they are playing John, so they must have something. And maybe Night of Autumn. They must have the cats, right? They must be playing cats. Alright, I think we go down the Voracious Hydra and one Krasis here. Deputy of Detention seems fine. I think Night of Autumn is still better in this case. Alright, we'll try this. Alright guys, this is game 2 with Bant Ramp 2020 version against John Food. Alright, so I guess we can keep this and play a Fable Passage to get a green source. Not exactly ideal, but we do have a Teferi that we could use for tempo play. Alright, opponent molts to 5. See how that plays out. Okay. Well, we'll go this route first since we'll keep the green source. Since we have Teferi and Deputy. We'll play 2 live now in order to grow Spiral. Alright, that's a Domri. That's cool. That's cool. That's something our opponent can use to... Creature. Alright, it fights creatures, so... Not necessarily doing damage to our planeswalkers. I wonder if they have like a 4-mana creature in their hand. Maybe we should just play Deputy. Take Domri in case they need Domri's mana. Alright, we're not going to play Fable Passage yet. Alright, that's a Pelucranos. Pretty cool. So we get to... Go play this and play Teferi, put Pelucranos back in their hand. Okay, let's see. Alright, we'll get a green source here. Play Nissa, we get to untap. Alright. Play Nissa. We get to untap a breeding pool, play Teferi. Alright, that seems fair. That seems fair.
That's more like it.
We get to tempo out our opponent. Get to play a big Krasis next turn. Alright, Noxious Grasp gets rid of Nissa, but they don't get to do more than that.
I'll protect you.
Also play Knight of Bottom, unnecessary. I think I'd rather scry here. See if we can do that. That's a Register, okay, that's interesting. And Great Henge, sure. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, we'll keep Teferi.
Let's try this.
Alright, we get a 6/6. It's not bad. No attacks. We have a Teferi on 3 on the battlefield and another one in hand, so... Did drew an Elspeth Conqueror's Death. It's not bad. Get rid of that Pelucranos. Our opponent has this card. Alright, they get rid of this thing. Alright, they can get rid of one of our creatures, maybe get rid of Deputy in order to get Domri back. Okay, it's cool. And then they could fight our Regisaur into our Hydroid Krasis. Or that. Okay. Sure. Oh, we will definitely trade, opponent. We will definitely trade. Cool, very cool. Alright. Just... Yeah, Tolsimir's not gonna be that good here. I think we just play Elspeth. Get rid of this. Destroy Great Hench. I think that's not a bad idea. Alright, go from there. Yeah, Teferi could give us back our Elspeth Conquers Death and kill something else. So we have options here. Leave our opponent could put some stuff together here. Questing Beast would be annoying. Kiora is sort of fine. Sure, alright. They can play it to Ceratops. Sure. Just put this back in our hand. Replay it. Play a big Knight of Autumn here just to have more stuff on board. Alright, opponent, you have a lot of mana available. What do you got? Okay, Noxious Grasp as a way to protect themselves for next turn. Sure. That's fine, opponent. Can do that.
I've got time.
Pass the turn. Okay, Roger Register, that's fine. We have another Teferi in hand, so we are okay with this. Alright, let's see. They might have something else in hand. Alright, this game is going pretty long. I think we're gonna have to end it up. We're kind of just having fun here with our opponent. Sure. Alright, our opponent finally figured out. Good game. Okay, guys, we are playing Bant Ramp 2020. And unfortunately, we can't keep this hand. We need some lands in order to play the game. We are in the draw, but I don't believe we can keep this. Alright. Alright, this is, this is something. It's different. I guess we'll get rid of one of these questing beasts. Since we have two of them. we're on the draw. Our opponent mulled to 6 as well. Alright, cool. Alright, so we don't necessarily need to play our Fable Passage here. We can wait and grow Spiral next turn. Our opponent is on the Bant ramp mode as well, and they are on the play, so they're doing much better. Alright, let's see who gets to Nissa first. Hopefully it's us and not them. But that's normally not what happens in these games. Alright, we're gonna find out if they have a counter here, because we want to play our questing beast. And we'll see. I mean, Teferi's not great, but okay, so they are playing some sort of Simic, right? Protection type of deck. That's cool. Yeah, Frill Mystic is pretty cool. We played a few games the other day. We had, I think, 2 of these in the deck, so maybe our opponent's doing something similar. Which is a little bit annoying on game 1 to see that, of course. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna take a big hit here, guys. I don't think this is a game we can actually win, but we'll do our best, right? Pass the turn. See if our opponent has their Nissa. We'll have a chance if we manage to... Alright, that's the Dream Trawler, and that's game. Let's go to the next one. That's a great draw from our opponent, just to have the Frill Mystic in hand at that precise moment. Alright, so in that case, I think Mystical Dispute should come in. But that's pretty much it. I don't know what else I would want to have in there. This is fine. We'll go down. One questing beast maybe here. Try it like that. Alright, so we are on the play with a bit of a better hand. Not necessarily the best, but it's fine. We get to Paradise Druid. Start the ramping process. Sure, opponent has a goose, that's cool. Alright, our opponent may have a counter in hand. That is fine with us. Omen of the Sea. Okay. Yeah, we've seen this version, sort of a kind of Simic Flash version of Bant ramp. Alright, opponent's down to 16. Alright, so they definitely have a counter in hand. I believe we just passed the turn here. Go for the attack, see what our opponent wants to do. They do nothing, so we now let them play, see if they want to play Nissa or something else. They play a tap land, so they're not going to play Nissa yet. That's fine. Alright, I guess we can play a big Krasis if our opponent wants to counter that. That's fine. We still get to draw some extra cards. And we get a counter out of their hand. They also have to pay for the Gilded Goose to get Real Mystic down, so... Yep. That's fine with us, opponents. Yep. We would like them to play Nissa here. They might just keep more counters in hand and play the Lash game. Okay. Alright, opponent's down to 10. Alright, so fairies could be pretty good here. They kind of have to counter it. Otherwise, you don't get to do their flashy things, so... Could actually be a pretty good thing for us. Sure, Uro, that's fine. Gain some life. Draw a card. Keep a counter up. Sure. All right, opponent, what do you got? They got nothing. That's pretty interesting, actually.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
All right, I think our opponent is planning to play their Dream Trawler, and so they believe they don't have to care about what's going on here. All right, Banishing Light for Nissa, that's fine. That's actually fine, opponent. You want to attack the fairy? Go for it.
Time for plan B. This might be a bad idea.
And yeah, let's go to the next game. Go down a Krasis, go down a Tolsimir. I don't think Tolsimir is going to be great there. Bring in 2 Knight of Autumns. I think Questing Beast could still be pretty good here on the draw. Alright, we'll try that. Alright, we'll keep this, because if we get to play a Teferi, that'll be really good. Now, don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but we'll certainly try. We have some ramp with our growth spiral. That's not bad. So maybe we will get there before our opponent has a Frill Mystic available. Okay. Let this go. See if they want to Mystical Dispute our growth spiral. They don't, or at least they won't be able to, so we'll do that. And yeah, we have been able to ramp first. No complaints there. They don't really have a way to kill Teferi. Like, they don't have hasty creatures, so I think we just go ahead and draw a card here. It's not too bad. And that's game. Alright, good game, opponent. That was all for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and click the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Have a good one.